the little spokes. So the anti-bonk system with this new approach is just by being bonk friendly. That's how they're dealing with it. I do notice something though that kind of affects how this thing flies. It definitely does not feel like every other DJI drone. If a Mini 4 Pro is like a little fighter jet zipping around there, then the Flip feels more like flying a boat. I think there's a lot of extra drag on the body because it's larger, but it's just as light. So it feels like there's less weight in the center of the body, and that might be why it struggles much more in the wind than the Mini 4 Pro or even the Mini 3 Pro, which neither one of these care at all. I mean, a slight breeze and they just aren't bothered. Even at the beach in tons of wind, they just don't care. And after flying in a gentle breeze, I would really be cautious about strong wind at the beach using a Flip. So the really big cool thing about the Flip is that it folds, which is really cool, but that doesn't mean it folds in order to be the smallest. The Mini body is still the best size. The portability, it fits in your pocket. The Mini is still the way to go if you want something discreet. The Flip is kind of like a chunky boy. The wheels are really big, and unfortunately, I estimate that I can only smuggle in 20 of these on my body as opposed to 30 Mini 4 Pros. It also has to rest like on its back, upside down. It doesn't stand up on its legs, which is weird. I don't know why my brain assumed that's just the right way up, but it's not. When you open it up, it turns on automatically, which is really cool. Kind of annoying though when you just want to set the drone down and go back to your car and it's already turned on and waiting for you. The ND filters pop onto the outside of the lens on the Flip. I find that really cool, really fun. I like that way more than twisting and sliding and like trying to rip off the jaws on a Mini 4 Pro's face. But these Flip ND filters are super tight, super delicate. Feels like you're gonna break them until you get used to it trying to pop them off. If you are doing real estate, the Flip is for you. Probably where it shines the best, honestly, is flying indoors where you're gonna clunk into things. The Minis have sensors that kind of hinder where it's flying because it'll stop you 5 feet away from any wall in any direction. You know, say it won't go that way, it'll refuse. The Flip will just let you go into it no issues because it just doesn't have collision sensors. So, I mean, aside from the front and the bottom, the anticipation is that you will bump into things. With the Mini 4 Pro, you could do this and turn off the sensors and put on prop guards. Again, though, that's more work and it costs more for that drone. And the Flip isn't invincible. It is still small and delicate, so you can't hit things too hard or you will crash. It's really helpful for vines and weeds, things like that normally would tangle up in the blades, and gentle bumps. But if you hit something, your blades won't break, but it will fall. Something I really don't like is that this thing really whines. If it's 5 p.m. and the air is still and you're flying this drone outside, anybody who's out for a walk, there's no way they're not looking. Even for a drone, this thing just ring. It is just a very aggressive compared to a much softer hum from the Minis. I've even got birds back here eating seeds while I'm flying this, and they just really don't care. We know that the Mini 4 Pro can go a little bit farther, but right here with the Flip, I'm going half a mile. No hiccups, no interference, no weird static image or anything.